and to have the privilege of interacting with that generation in a dressing room, Zaheer Khan. I mean, how do you explain that? Once again, not from a cricketing point of view. How do you assess that through what is going on in that head of his?
Well, you talk about culture, you talk about cricketing culture, and what brand of cricket you want to play, and that is something which we're witnessing. It's a trend which has been building over the decade, I would say, and it's just getting better and better. The talent keeps coming. The players who are taking this big stage, they seem to be ready. There is no fear of a big stage. There is no question marks, and the clarity is just amazing to watch. Like, who would imagine a debutant going there and playing such fearless cricket? So that's something which we've seen with Ishan Kishan, and it's not that he's the only guy who is playing in that fashion. You've seen Surya doing the same thing. You've seen Rishabh Pant, the brand of cricket he plays. So there is this new, fresh approach, I would say, to how you go about doing your business, how you approach the game. That is heartening to see. I think that aggression which we've maybe seen from the old great teams. Maybe West Indies in some time, or Australia in one decade, and now I think this time belongs to Indian cricket. And I think all the hard work which has been put in place, it just now this generation is taking to that level, and certainly India and cricket of India is the force to reckon with now.
Zach, are they not afraid of getting out? I mean, you spend dressing rooms with Sky, with Ishan, with all these guys. I'm looking at the scorecard, 215 for 3 when Surya Kumar Yadav comes into bat, right? You need 47, 48 runs to win. And I promise you, not another generation will say, out mat hona, 48 runs hai, out mat hona. I'll be 18, 20, 21 not out. यार देखो फेंक नहीं दिया ना मैंने 18, 20 not out. What does he do? I moved on the screen to watch England versus Pakistan for a minute. I come back, the 6 left to win because he's hit 3 or 4 boundaries in between. This is how, are they not afraid, Zach, of getting out, or they just back themselves so much?
You do bring up a very valid point. I think how you look at things matter. So getting out is a part of the game. You are going to get out. And this is something which Virendra Sehwag always used to say, right? Like, I'm going to go out there and play my shot. When I get out, I get out. But imagine if I don't get out, then what kind of impact I can have, and whether when you get out, whether that option was the right option in that situation or no. So if the option was right and you get out, it's fine, because if it goes your way, you add that much pressure on the bowler. His psyche changes, his approach changes. If you're able to put the bowler on a defensive mindset, then the battle is won there, and you're not going to have success doing that consistently. But if you can achieve certain level of consistency in doing that, then you're going to see great results, and that is something which the culture which we're seeing right now. Just in terms of how they're approaching the game.
We talk about, you're so right. Sorry, Gautam, I know, but it's just that I'm a bit taken aback by the beauty of what I've seen today. I remember when Rishabh Pant was batting in Brisbane, and I was thinking 1-1, the series is ours because Border Gavaskar Trophy is ours, 1-1, broke khelna. But their thinking was different. Today, having done a Cricbuzz in conversation with Surya Kumar Yadav, I know what it means to him now. He's already 30. Right? He's not 21, 22 years old. He's not an Ishan Kishan. So when he came to bat, my first reaction was, out mat ho yaar. But I mean, we need to start watching the game differently, some of people like us.
In fact, Harsha, I'm glad you brought that up, because by coincidence, I was actually going to come to you and ask you about maybe one of the names missing in this fearless makeup, as it were, Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar, Rishabh Pant. Since Zaheer Khan mentioned West Indies, when Viv Richards batted, they said he batted with a swagger. I think we can use the language of today and said the swagger is now replaced by a swag. And I think the swag is what kind of represents all these people. It's lack of fearlessness, lack of fear, basically, and the ability to say that, okay, I'm not afraid to get out. I can go and hit a 6 of my first ball. It doesn't matter.
Zach, tomorrow, tomorrow. This was against on a good pitch. It wasn't a great attack. Let's be honest. I mean, we don't want to be cruel to opposition. We don't want to talk down to them, but it wasn't the greatest attack. Now, tomorrow, if there's an India-Pakistan T20 game, will these kids come and play exactly the same?
Well, you would expect them to do the exact same thing, and I think that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about culture. So if you're building this kind of culture, then you have to understand that at times they're going to falter. At times it's not going to look great because there is a risk element also involved, right? So you just have to encourage that, and at times if you face failure in achieving the result, that doesn't mean that the path which you are taking is wrong. So
Very good point.
Approach, I think, which we will see, and it has, like I've been saying, that it has built over the period of time. So it's India right now should consider themselves lucky that you have the players who are ready and are able to also kind of understand that the competition is so high. You rightly said there are about more than 20 players in England, so that this is your opportunity to make that impact. I have to look different. I have to look better than what someone is already doing out there at that level. Then only I can replace that guy. And that healthy competition is about more and more good performances out of individuals.